Hey, welcome back. I want to show you one thing that we didn't discuss as far as one of the drawings go. We've already talked about how to address a title block. Um, One thing that we want to show is our sketch that we did to create this cut. I want to be able to keep that associative in our drawing itself. So let's go ahead. You should have it saved out. We want to create a drawing from this, so we want to file, make a drawing from part. Mine is automatically going to default to B-size drawing. Yours will probably look a little something like this. So it's going to give you these options. You may or may not have the standard formats selected. Mine was in ANSI and in inches. If you uncheck the display sheet format, that's going to get rid of your title block altogether. But for these purposes, just use the B landscape. If it's not showing up, you may want to select the only show standard format. Alright, so we're going to say OK. Now, I don't have a view palette out here showing. I could come up here to view layout and I could use a standard 3 view, but I'm not sure that I have it oriented the way that I really want it oriented. So I'm going to come over to our view palette over in this right hand side. I want to select it, and this does show me all of my views. If they don't show, you can come up to these two little green arrows and you can refresh your view palette and it's going to show you what they look like. I want to grab the front view and I want to place it where the front view belongs. So I'm just going to one mouse click, hold down, pull it over here and release it. Alright, I'm still in that. So if I pull directly up, I'm going to get my top view, which is, I need my top view, and I'm also going to need my right view. Now if I pull it over here, it's going to try to pull out, as a 45. We don't really want that. We want to come out here and we want to place our right side view down here. Now the drawing that I gave you, it had this reference circle that was in here. We could come up and draw a sketch in here, but I've run into trouble when I draw my reference sketches in here and I change some sizes, because sometimes it loses association to it, or if you have different configurations it may be problematic. So what I want to do is I want to open this part file up. There's two ways to go about doing it. You can come down to the bottom, you can shift over and grab that, or if you don't have that part open, you can just come pick this view box and don't move your mouse. Just one mouse click. The little flyout pops up, and this is a shortcut where it says open part. Mine is called jump. So I'm going to open that, and here's a part. Now this is where my reference sketch lives. So I come hover over it and I can pick on it and it shows me in the tree where all of that is. But if I don't do that, I can come over here and I can just hover up and down and it shows me where all the features are in our part. So it's this cut extrude. What I want to do is I want to expand this plus sign out. My sketch is named 4. I don't know what your sketch is called. It doesn't really matter. So I want to select the icon and don't move my mouse, and the little flyout comes up. If you're using a later version of the software, it's going to be an eyeball, and this is, in my case, it's going to be the glasses. So I select show, and now my sketch is showing. So I like minimizing this to make my model relatively clean. Use the F command for the fit, and I want to window back over to my drawing. So I come down and I pick this. Now notice it didn't show back up. There's one more step in this. So I'll click out in the paper space somewhere. Now there's this little selection window around this box. I can come over here and I can right click on my selection window, and down here about midway it says reset sketch visibility. So that puts my sketch back in there. If I went it back into the model and hit it and reset my sketch visibility, then it would go away again if you want to hide it. It's just a reverse of what we were doing. So let's come up and we want to go to annotations. I want to put a center mark in this particular inscribed circle, so I'm going to accept it. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to dimension this particular feature. So I'm going to come up into Smart Dimension. I want to pick the reference circle itself because I want the diameter symbol on here. So I'm just going to place it down. And now I don't have to type all of that out, but I do need that text out here that says that this is an inscribed circle. So I'm going to hit the space bar, I period, C period, and then I accept it. Now the rest of the title block we've already discussed, and that's the things that you need to work on. So just make sure that you clean all of this up and submit that in your learning management system as well.